Then, now, forever. Together.
Before you go, John, there's one more wish to make. Tomorrow night, you're going to lose to Kendrick because, bitch, you're my Drake. What an ending to SmackDown. So I was just going to record a video to talk about Night of Champions preview. And thankfully, because SmackDown is in Saudi Arabia, I get to watch it before and watch it live. Even though there were some problems with Netflix, the main part of it was live. And we have just witnessed 2 weeks in a row of John Cena doing CM Punk's pipe bomb and CM Punk doing the Doctor of Punkonomics on John Cena. And I've literally just watched it. So goosebumps live. So we are going to do a preview. We're going to do a preview. We're going to do what we are now calling the Go Home Show, which we'll be doing each and every time there's a PLE in WWE. We'll be doing a Go Home Show where we preview, predict, and think about what's going to happen. But first we need to talk about, well, we may as well go straight in and talk about the main event. That is tomorrow night. That is a massive match. My only negative about this is that it's in Saudi Arabia. The positive about this is that when we watch live, it's on at 6 o'clock in the UK. Tomorrow night, Saturday night, we'll be watching live with some Domino's pizza. But that is the downfall, is that it's in Saudi Arabia. And I mean, you can't really argue the crowd were fine tonight. It's just something about it, isn't it? The final match in one of the greatest rivalries of all time, CM Punk and John Cena, and we've got to get it in Saudi Arabia. But it is what it is, and we will enjoy, and I think it's a very, very much a stacked card. So normally we talk about the main event last, but let's talk about the main event first, because we've had 2 phenomenal endings to the last 2 3-hour SmackDowns for a while anyway, because Michael Cole did confirm today that it goes back to 2 hours. If you watched the show before, you'd see that I suggested that it's the right thing, although we probably had 2 of the better. Definitely last week as an overall show was a great 3 hours of SmackDown. This week, it was a good show. Good. I mean, to be honest, really good women's last standing match, good tag team match. Good. It was a good United States Championship match. Julia is the new United States Women's Champion, which I think is a good call. Long reign ahead for her, I think, and she makes that title really mean something. I suspect is what's going to happen with that US title run from Julia, who is going to be who is a superstar. Is going to be a bigger and bigger superstar as she goes. But let's get straight to the main event tomorrow night. CM Punk, John Cena is something like. Is it 8 wins each? That is on TV. Obviously, they have other matches, but 8 wins, something like it's even. It's even. So this is the decider. It is for the WWE title. It is the main event of Night of Champions, and it's probably the last time ever. Obviously, John Cena does have 6 more months. There are possibilities that you might get it in a triple threat match or something like that. But it does feel like, much of like the Randy Orton match, it will be the last time that we get John Cena versus CM Punk. And what a rivalry. I remember it really got me back into watching wrestling. I'd stopped, but I definitely waned interest. CM Punk's pipe bomb, and he said it 14 years ago today, to the date. How it's funny how things come around like that. So 14 years ago today was CM Punk's pipe bomb. I remember, this is back when I had Twitter, and I remember tweeting, I don't know, or Facebook probably. I remember saying that a fact was I was more looking forward to CM Punk versus John Cena in Chicago than I was looking forward to John Cena versus The Rock in that WrestleMania. If you remember, they set the WrestleMania main event a year before. But we are 14 years later. They are towards the end of their careers, towards the end, past their prime, probably. Although Punk, if you look at Punk's matches in the last 6 months, would you say it's past his prime? On the mic, they've just absolutely roasted each other brilliantly. I even mentioned Hulk Hogan again. How CM Punk's the only person that can mention Hulk Hogan in a derogatory way in WWE and not get fired or not get reprimanded. Rightly so. I need to watch it again. I will watch it again as soon as this finishes, and I'm editing and uploading this. So we've got it. I think John Cena is going to win this. I'm very much looking forward to it. You have got the absolute added element of Seth Rollins cashing in Money in the Bank. A lot of history, even in that scenario where Seth's obviously cashed in before in the most famous cash in ever. But he's obviously got history with Cena, obviously a huge rivalry with CM Punk. It's lingering. I'm assuming he's in Saudi. I haven't seen anything, but we don't need to know that. But that is obviously a possibility. Do I think that will happen? Maybe it's attempted, much like Naomi was in the last few weeks and tonight, but I'm not sure it will happen. But who knows? That's the beauty of Money in the Bank. You don't know when it's going to happen and if it gets all the way through. So we've got that. I do think Cena will retain. I don't know how, by hook or probably by crook, given his new finishing move is a kick to the balls and hitting someone over the head with the WWE title. Very much old school, hitting people over the head with the WWE title. I love it. But I'm very much looking forward to this main event tomorrow. I think Cena will somehow retain and continue to be the last real champion. I think they've got to keep that going. But who knows? I guess, Cena will he lose and then turn babyface towards the end of the year? Who knows? We'll see. But that is absolutely a main event to look forward to tomorrow. We've also got the King and the Queen of the Ring. So King of the Ring, again, a dream match. Texted this week. I remember when it was at WrestleMania, I can't remember which WrestleMania, 20, late 20, something like that, where it was the breakup of Legacy and it was Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Jr. So we've got Randy versus Cody here. I mean, the obvious one people are going to say is that Cody's going to win because he's going to challenge then Cena for the title at SummerSlam. That makes sense. There is a lot of possibility with Money in the Bank. We've still got Saturday night's main event to come. That does seem like it will be Cody to win. I hope Cody wins. I think, I say Cody needs it. I don't think either of them need it. But I do want to see Cody get a title shot. I think it's the right. Obviously, he's got other stories and he's got other stuff and whatever. But he did lose. He did have the title for 1 year and he lost it. And he hasn't had a title shot thing. I mean, Roman Reigns has not had a title shot for 15, 16 months. But now he's about to fly to Australia to film Street Fighter, the movie, which, as I've texted a few friends today, I will be watching because you've got 50 Cent as Balrog, you've got Jason Momoa as Blanca, and you have Roman Reigns as Akuma. I mean, just take my money now. I will be watching that. And quite frankly, it's the only time we're going to bloody see Roman Reigns, aren't we? So if he doesn't appear soon, and he hasn't got a match at SummerSlam, if this is the news today, this filming in Australia in August, we ain't going to see Roman Reigns maybe now until the Royal Rumble if we don't see him before. So we got that. So I think I want Cody to win. I think, but it's going to be a great match. You're going to get cutters, RKOs. I think it's just going to be a great match, isn't it? The women's one, again, I'm really looking forward to. I think they did a good little bit here. I'm not sure about the Saudi crowd booing Jade after they booed Bianca. Was it last year or the year before when she lost to Asuka? I mean, read into that what you will read into that. But we do have Asuka versus Jade Cargill for the first time in a singles match. We do have Blue, who always likes to make an appearance. Who you got, Blue? Asuka or Jade Cargill? I don't know, I actually don't know. And I like it. Again, I like it. I don't think it's that predictable. There's a route where Asuka wins and challenges Io Sky, who needs a challenge, obviously, because she hasn't defended the belt since. You're very interested in this. Who's going to win Queen of the Ring, aren't you, Blue? So you've got that. But then you've also got Jade Cargill, who is due a push, but is definitely, there's definitely no, I don't think, overwhelming favourite here. Hopefully it'll be a good match. Someone texted me this week saying it's probably going to be Jade Cargill's best match. Asuka is amazing. So yes, it probably will be. Huge fans of Asuka here. From the time we met, I always liked Asuka. So I think this is going to be, the crowd are very much behind Asuka, even though they're both faces. So I don't know. No real prediction for me here. Who's to win? I'm going to say Asuka because I think she'll challenge Io Sky, and we all want that match. And that's a great match for New York SummerSlam 2 nights. That'll be a phenomenal match, especially as it's for the title. So maybe we get that. So we'll say that. Jacob Fatu, who is doing some work with Jimmy Uso, who just keeps losing. Jimmy needs some wins. He's going to be like the new Finn Balor. So Jimmy needs some wins. He lost to JC Mateo. United States title on the line. Who is going to win this? I'm looking forward to this match. I've been looking forward to this match for a while. I'm surprised. I think they've done such a good job between them and keeping that part of the story interesting that maybe they originally were going to do this at WrestleMania, but they've waited it. Maybe Jacob loses for the first time to Solo. Maybe we get some new Bloodline members introduced to back up Solo. And then Jacob can win it back. Did Jacob get pushed into the main event scene? Was that too early? As if you've watched the channel before, you know, a big Solo Sikoa fan. So I'll be delighted if Solo wins. Massive Jacob Fatu fan as well, obviously. So that's going to be good. A street fight between Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez, which, I mean, this rivalry feels like it's gone on forever and ever and ever. But they do have good matches, though. So Rhea and Raquel, and obviously with the added thing, although we pretty much saw a women's street fight already with Tiffy and Nia Jax literally like an hour ago on SmackDown. So I suspect it will be similar. They'll take some big bumps through tables, etc., etc. I mean, I don't really know what was going to be the plan with Liv. Nikki Bella. Was Brie Bella going to come back? Were they going to have a tag team match? Obviously, at the moment, Raquel is the thing. You've got the interesting, I think you've got the interesting bit around the Judgment Day, maybe. That might keep it a bit interesting. But, I mean, I have to say, I think this will be fine in a passable match. But it could be a Raw match, couldn't it? Let's be honest. But it's fun. It's not a terrible match. And the pop that Rhea Ripley got on SmackDown when her face appeared on the match graphic suggests that she's hugely over in Saudi Arabia, and that's probably a reason getting her on the card. Even though this again could be a Raw match and it doesn't really lead to anything in terms of storyline, in terms of titles, what's happening with Rhea. But I don't mind, because I am now contradicting myself, because I'm always moaning about they don't have enough women matches with just storyline and not related to the title. So yeah, I think it'll be fine. I mean, I would like Raquel to win, because just to do something different, but I suspect Rhea Ripley will win this match. And what else do we have? We have Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. You have to say, Karrion Kross has done a superb job in this. Let's talk about opportunity. People always say about opportunity and they're burying that person, they're not giving that person opportunity and all that. And I'm not going to quote Vince, because we're not allowed to do that anymore. But over the years, you've seen some people grab opportunity, the tiniest of opportunity in wrestling, and made the most. I mean, and this is tiny with Karrion Kross. Because he came back and did like some TikTok stuff. There was TikTok with his little egg time for Roman Reigns back in SmackDown. That was years ago now, 3-4 years ago. Hasn't really done much since. I mean, he had that Authors of Pain stuff, but that was pretty crap, let's be honest. And didn't really get a thing. But in the few minutes that he's got, in minutes, background of stuff, he's done it. He gets popped everywhere now, just appearing on the screen. He's barely been in the ring. He's barely been on the mic in front of a live crowd without being backstage. And now he's got a match against Sami Zayn. Obviously, Sami Zayn hugely popular in Saudi. So this will be. I think this will be a good match. I don't think there's anything. It's nice to see Karrion Kross get a match here. Nice to see Karrion Kross get a win. Are we going to get a Sami Zayn heel turn? Is he going to break a lot of hearts? And are we going to get a Sami Zayn heel turn? Because his popularity is not. I know there's a lot of talk, he'll get his world title. Nothing's guaranteed, and you never know what happens and whatever. There is, if you remember the Raw after WrestleMania in Vegas, and when Jay was celebrating, and you were like, oh my God. And then Sammy kept standing underneath him when Jay was up on the turnbuckle eating. And it was a bit of like, oh my God, no, Sammy, you can't do that. So if he does turn heel, it would like I would love him to do it against Jay because that would hurt the most. That would mean the most. But anyway, we've got this match until then. And have I forgot a match? Have I forgot a match? Have I forgot a match? King, Queen of the Ring, US title, main title, street fight, and same thing. No, that's your 6 matches. That's your Night of Champions. I think it's going to be a good show. Saudi accepted, but it is what it is. So we have to take that. And they pay them billions, or millions at least, of pounds. And we've got a Royal Rumble there. Let's not even get started on that. I mean, that's going to be the women dressed having to cover up. 30 women in a Royal Rumble having to cover up. It's not great. It's not a great visual. I don't mean it like that, but it's not a great visual. And there has been progress made. Yeah, we don't. That's not a conversation for now. That will be a conversation as we get to in January in the Royal Rumble. Also, I really want to go to a Royal Rumble. It's my last thing left on my WWE bucket list. I've never been to a Royal Rumble, and obviously, I will not be going to Saudi Arabia for the Royal Rumble. But that is enough about that. Please like, subscribe, comment. What did you think of SmackDown? What did you think of the last 2 SmackDowns? What did you think of Punkonomics? We will be doing a post show on Sunday to talk about what happened at Night of Champions. Hopefully it's a good one. Enjoy.